गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. We are seeing the greatness of Gita, we are seeing the greatness of the dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna, we are seeing the greatness of sage Vedvyasa who wrote the whole thing together, scribed it, and now here he says, Dnyaneshwari Maharaj says, in my heart dwells my mighty preceptor Sri Nivrittinatha, who has placed the whole world under his obligation. What was the obligation? He asked Dnyaneshwari Maharaj to speak on Bhagavad Gita. That is the obligation. That's why it has come out. Otherwise, if he had not asked the question, he would not have spoken. And Dnyaneshwari Maharaj will not do anything until he is not guided or directed by his guru. And who is he? The elder brother Nivrittinath. Last time I explained, I think. Nivritti means pravritti, nivritti. Involvement, withdrawal. Nivrittinath is the one who is ever withdrawn. What is that? Nivrittinath. Nath means the Lord. So the self is that Nivrittinath, which is ever withdrawn from everything, unattached to anything, uninvolved in anything, only a witness. That is Nivrittinath. In this way, because of his forbearance, the earth bears the movable and immovable world without complaint. Now, whether you take it, he is taking the Guru as the Lord, because of whom the whole sentient and insentient, movable or immovable is all, the earth bears and cools down the moon borrows immovable world without complaint. Okay, it is because of him. So what is that because of which, if you compare, you have to take it philosophically. Earth is equated to what?
Swin.
No.
Kshama.
Nah. Yeah, okay, Kshama.
And forbearance.
Forbearance. Earth is your body. And everything that is going on at the level of body is being born by the body. Na? The health, the disease, the excitements, the growth, the graying of the hair, everything, isn't it? But can a dead body feel that? Can a dead body feel that? No. So there has to be life in that body. So what is that? We think earth is only an inert ball of sphere. It is not. It has life. We don't have the eyes to see it. See? Similarly, the sun has life. We can't see it. You need the third eye for that, the intuitive eye. So in this manner, he is equating his guru, bringing out the glory of his teacher. The moon borrows his ambrosia and cools down the world, and the sun takes over a part of his splendor and dispels the darkness. So here, now you will think, sun takes the light from the moon to dispel the darkness? No. It's the moon which takes the light from the sun to dispel the darkness. But here it is written, and the sun takes over a part of his splendor and dispels the darkness. His splendor means his own splendor. We can take it that way. But from the sun's point of view, there is no splendor, there is no darkness, there is no light. See? So similarly, he is equating. Just like the moon cools, my Guru Maharaj cools anyone who comes to him. As the sun removes the darkness by his presence, my teacher removes the darkness if you come at his feet, come to surrender to him, come to learn from him, and dispels the darkness. From him the sea derives its water, and water its sweetness, the sweetness its beauty. In other words, he is the origin. He is the origin. He is just giving one example, the water example. But from him originate, he could have written the other way also. Here he has written what? From him the sea derives its water. He could have said, from him emanates the space. From the space came the air. From air came the fire. From the fire came the water. From the water came the earth. See, he could have said that. But he's just giving one example. In other words, everything has emanated from him. He is the source. And what is that source? That which quenches your thirst. You can never quench your thirst by running after the world. But if you surrender to the Guru Maharaj, if you surrender to the self, which is none other than the Sadguru, the one, if you surrender to the one who is unattached to everything, and that one is not outside, he is you only, the real you. So if you surrender your ego, your individuality to that constant one, to that withdrawn one, to that witnessing one, that's it. That will quench your thirst. That will quench your thirst. But so, in other words, don't desire the world, desire the self. Don't desire the world, desire the Guru within, the Sadguru within. The sweetness derives its water, the water its sweetness, the sweetness its beauty, the wind its force, the sky its expanse, and knowledge is brilliant, its brilliance, brilliant sovereign glory, the Vedas their eloquence, happiness its fervor, and all things their respective forms. So meaning every aspect of this creation, whatever is exemplifying that particular object, that particular element, that particular, so what is making the space? What is space? Space means that which accommodates, that which is expansive, that whose quality is sound. Where are these three coming from? It is not from space. It is happening. The space is able to express that because there is life behind the consciousness behind. If there is no consciousness, dead man cannot know there is space because there is no mind then. You need either you become the knower or you become the witness. If you become the witness or you be the witness, then everything will start revealing itself directly proportional to your purification. Purification, because when you are a witness, you are not attached to any thoughts, good, bad, ugly, fearful, etc., 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 all different types of thought. Anger, greed, jealousy, regrets, anxiety, depression, whatever. They will come, they will stay, they will look, anyone giving me attention, nobody giving me attention, or die. Die their death. Next one will come, again it will die its death. How many times? We don't know which desire, which thought we have interacted with so intensely that it has grabbed the mind. It has etched a deep crevice in the mind. So it will keep coming again and again. Or instead of saying, my God, so many years, still it has not gone, stand apart. Maybe that was the moment that it was going to go away, the last one. And the moment you gave it attention, Arre yaar, abhi tak nahi gaya. Well, oh my God, it has not gone yet after so much sadhana. You have given it fuel again and it becomes refreshed. Perseverance is required. Perseverance is required. So, as a witness, as a witnessing consciousness, our job is to keep watching. And majority of the people make the mistake of watching the world. Witness is not about only watching the world. On one hand, witness is uninvolvement in the world, unentangled in the world. But if you want to go beyond that, because there's still two, no? Witness and witnessed. So how do you go beyond the two? Are you going to wait till the last thought concludes? You don't know when is the last thought. Maybe next lifetime. Then time wasted. Then is it possible to bring the conclusion while living, before death? Kathopanishad. Yes. Rather than witnessing the outside while this is going on, be attentive of the conscious principle, the witnessing consciousness. In that, everything will collapse. And Lord of Death says that once that happens, the Atma by nature is all pervasive. There he says that anyone who merges into his own consciousness, that means the mind merges back into its own consciousness, at that very moment, that person, that seeker, because people can still see him, he is not dead. He can enter any part of the creation, merely anything. He can go and experience any plane of existence, which you may not even have heard of. Anyway, but that's extra bit. So here we say, where are we? समुद्रा जयाचे तोय, तोया जयाचे माधुर्य, माधुर्या सौंदर्य जयाचेनी, पवना जयाचे बळ, आकाश जेणे पघळ, ज्ञान जेणे उज्ज्वळ, चक्रवर्ती वेद जेणे सुभाष, सुख जेणे सोल्लास, हे असो रूपस विश्व जेणे, तो सर्वोपकारी समर्थू सद्गुरु श्री निवृत्तीनाथू, राहाटत असे मजही आंतू रेघोनिया, आता आयती गीता जगी, मी सांगे मराठिया भंगी, येथ के विस्मया लागी, ठावो आहे. वो मराठिया ही है ना. So here he says that the wind its force, the sky its expanse, and the knowledge its brilliant sovereign glory, the Vedas their eloquence, happiness its fervor, and all things their respective forms. Moreover, my capable and worthy Guru, Sri Nivrittinath, who favors all, has entered my heart and dwells in it. Then what wonder is there if I tell in the local language the Gita, which is already there? See? So he's trying to say, because there was an opposition. There was opposition by the educated class, the Brahmin class, the Pandit class, meaning the professor class, that only professors can teach. Nobody else is qualified to do. Where is your degree? Where is your PhD? Where is your master's? He says, I don't need any. And his name was what? Dnyaneshwar Maharaj. Dnyaneshwar. Jnana Ishwar. People used to call him by love Jnanoba. Jnana they used to call. Because he was only 11, 12 years old. So these so-called self-proclaimed professors, they said, just because your name is Jnana means knowledge. Just because your name is Jnana doesn't mean that you have the knowledge. There's that Redha ko kya bolte hain? That oxen, he was going. His name is also Jnana, and that particular ox, the name was Jnana, means knowledge. Just because his name is knowledge, can he chant the Vedas? Dnyaneshwari Maharaj just kept quiet. And when they tried to tease him and trigger him, then suddenly say, yes, he can. And he went and chanted Om in his ear, and he started chanting the Vedas. Then all these professors came at his feet. And then I told you already that he taught the Bhagavad Gita in the local language, but at the same time not diluting it. He gives, you have seen even now, to put one point across, how many examples he gives. Throughout the Bhagavad Gita, he has been doing that, so that common man catches. See? In lot of erudition and eloquence and knowledge, we get lost in the words. We'll get lost. It's a, what you call it? It's an intellectual itch. You want to study, you want to dive deep into the words, you want to break down the words and then understand, oh, this is how this word has come out, this is what he must be meaning, let me compare it with other philosophies, blah, 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 blah. But what was the point of Bhagavad Gita? Was it to do this, or was it to realize who you are and be an effective functionary in this world? Purpose is lost. The Veda's purpose is not to self-proclaim that we are, I am a Dvivedi or Trivedi or Chaturvedi. These are surnames in India. Dvivedi means the one who knows two Vedas. In their ancestors they must be following. Trivedi means the one who has studied three Vedas. Chaturvedi means who has studied four Vedas. So by then, nowadays there are so many people with that name, but they don't even know how many Vedas are there. See, it is not to proclaim a greatness about yourself. It is to realize. It is to come to a point where samatvam yoga uchyate. To have if whatever we are studying, if I am talking, you are listening, whatever your profession you are in, you are driving a car, you are eating the food, you are going for a walk, you are whatever life is presenting you and you are getting involved, it must bring you peace. It must bring you contentment. In other words, not that I take back my words, it should not bring you contentment. Get involved in it with a content mind. Get involved in it with an equanimous mind. Get involved in it without wanting anything or rejecting anything. If it's expressing, let it express. Just be yourself. So after Bhagavad Gita, if you feel, my God, I have to study this Bhagavad Gita, I think I will go somewhere else. Because it is too difficult to understand. Why? Because it's written in Sanskrit. And these professors speak only in Sanskrit and very high local language, which I am not able to understand. That feeling should not come. And that feeling, that the common man who had this feeling that I am not qualified to study Bhagavad Gita, he made it available to one and all in the society, Dnyaneshwari Maharaj. That's his great. Yesterday, I can put that video on the group, Wednesday group. Swami Ramdas, he is living on the banks of Mandakini in Madhya Pradesh. And I think must be Maharashtrian, because, and every morning he will read Dnyaneshwari. At age 30 he came there. I don't know how old is he, but nobody there, only him. On the banks of the Gangaji, Mandakini, He sits and closes his eyes without any book, without any source material. He has learned 59 languages. 59 languages, including Chinese. And the person who's interviewing, how did you do that? He says, nothing is impossible in this. I just go to the gods. He has even gone to the heavens, found out what their language is, and he has written that language also, which only he can understand. At this moment it seems that way, but once. So now he is bringing out Dnyaneshwari in all the 59 languages. Dekho. Already Hindi is there, Marathi is there, Kannada is there, Telugu is there. So many other languages he is bringing. See? But you imagine the power of the mind. If you become fixed on something to the exclusion of everything else, ananyas chintayanto mam, and from the heart you want that power to reveal that I want this, it will give it to you. And he's got it. And when he does the havan, the fire sacrifice, he does, everywhere it's raining, but his fire will not be doused by the rain. The snakes will come, they will do namaskar, they will prostrate and go away. See, these are not hearsay. These things happen in India. I don't know why, but they happen in India. Yeah. Where do you hear about such people in any other part of the world? So we are done up till here. Shri Guru che ninave mati. Correct na yahi se? श्री गुरु चे निनावे माती डोंगरी जया पासी होती तेणे कोळिये त्रिजगती ये कवद केली चंदने वेधली झाडे झाली चंदनाचे निपाडे वसिष्ठे मानली की भानुसी शाटी मामी तव चित्ता थिला आणि श्री गुरु ऐसा दादुला जो दिठिवेनी आपुला वैसवी पदी अधीची देखणी दिठी वरी सूर्य पुरवी पाठी तै न दिसे ऐसी गोठी केही आहे म्हणवनी माझे नित्य नवे श्वासोश्वास ही प्रबंध होआवे श्री गुरु कृपा काय नो हे ज्ञानदेवो म्हणे. Dnyaneshwar Maharaj says that, where are we? Then what wonder is there if I tell in the local language the Gita which is already there? Eklavya the hunter made an idol of his preceptor Dronacharya and installing his image on the mountain learnt archery from him and won fame in all the three worlds for his valor. I told you this story some time ago. He was a tribal prince. He wanted to join the Pandavas and Kauravas under the tutelage of Guru Dronacharya. Guru Dronacharya, I teach only princes. He said, I am a prince. No, I don't teach. I will teach only Kshatriyas. I will not teach tribals. He says, okay, what can you do? If teacher has said no, I will not go. So he goes, makes a statue of out of mud, as closely resembling as it could be, and invoking the Guru. So is the Guru in the person? Now watch. Is the Guru a person or is Guru the principle? We want to go to a teacher. I need a teacher to study this. I need a teacher to study that. Arey bhaiya, the master of all the teachers is inside you, the Atma. He made, so another way to define guru is not the guru tattva. How do you know that the guru's grace is flowing on you? The teacher's grace is flowing on you? How do you know? Guru's grace, the grace of the self, the grace of the teacher, the grace of the God. How do you know it is it is showering on you?
There's a few ways, I think, isn't there?
Tell me one.
Being uncomfortable.
Being uncomfortable? No.
No?
No, never. Guru does not, if if you are becoming uncomfortable, it's not the teacher or the self which is making the person uncomfortable. It is your inability to surrender. The ego is getting disturbed. Man, I'm going to lose myself. Therefore, the disturbance.
Fair enough.
Okay, anyone else?
The resonance with the truth.
I
Feel content?
feel content, okay.
You're happy all the time when you think about the Guru.
You feel happy all the time when you think about the Guru, okay.
When you don't.
Ah,
when you don't.
I'll come back to you.
The resonance with the truth.
The resonance with the truth. Colinu Vacha. So said Colin.
Guru will appear from inside to outside, outside to inside.
Guru will appear from,
Outside as well.
so is he a ghost who comes out and
No,
then,
it might be an idol, it might be a man, it might be anything.
so
Both inside
that
and
Guru
outside.
may appear wherever.
Where?
Keep that point, remind me, you tell.
When there's no, you're not seeing it as a different person.
Oh, good. When you do not, the grace of the Guru is where you lose the idea of duality, but that is the ultimate consummation. What about before? Is there the grace of Guru happening at this moment? Is he showering the grace? How?
Just like expressing as life through me and be able able to access the knowledge
Okay.
and be with the self. Be the self.
Pati Uvacha. Anything you want to add?
Without your blessings, we won't feel like coming here, no, Swamiji. As simple as
Guru principle, not person.
that. No, Guru principle.
Okay.
So, because we get something.
Yes, so without him, we can't be anywhere. Okay. Anyone else here?
Making us come to the satsang is a blessing of Sadhguru.
Okay.
We have the opportunity to talk about him, Swamiji, that we are with that truth.
Okay. So you want the grace to talk about him. Okay.
Thank you.
It's expressing itself.
As from our point of view, I don't want to talk about him. I want him to talk through me. I don't want to be there talk. If I talk about him means I am still there. I want to be absent. So in Amrit Anubhav, this in the Guru Stavana, the second chapter, there this definition comes. The teacher or the Guru principle means the ability to learn. Every moment we are able to learn. And what is learning? Coming back to the conscious principle. What are we learning? Everything becomes, only from the conscious principle point of view, everything becomes crystal clear. Otherwise there will be some doubt, confusion, unclarity. See? So how do you know there is grace? We are ready to learn even from a grain of sand. Even from the chappals kept outside, the shoes kept outside. Even for a wayward movement of our hand, we are able to learn. Because what happens with us is we become mechanical in our living. Yeah, Swamiji speaking, he said the same thing last week also. For last to last, same thing is repeating. Why am I wasting my time here? It can happen. I know it happened to us. But you have to find that why is the teacher repeating? You have to find why the sun is setting and rising again and again. You have to find. You have to find why the ocean is evaporating and coming down as a river and again merging back into itself. You have to find. You have to learn. If you are not available, this process will go on. It's a play. It's a Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate. It's a play of the one, by the one, in the one, for the one. But until and unless we are not available, it will not reveal itself. Guru's grace as a seeker is the ability to be open to learning. And learning is expanding your consciousness, dropping the inertia, inert, coming to be the conscious principle. And whatever is required, now Bhagavad Gita is going on. Like yesterday, Ishavasya Upanishad was going on. Words are there. Yesterday also I told, words are there, but where is your attention? Are we lost in the words? Are we lost in the understanding that those words are creating in the mind? Or is our attention on that understanding? It's good, understanding is taking place, but is that understanding bringing about the poise that we fall back into ourselves, into the self, and be the self? See, for all these steps to happen, first thing is we must be ready to learn. If we are not ready to learn, then if you are not ready to learn, no, I don't want, no, if you want to study, you go to school. You have to attend the class. You have to face the teacher. He will give you exams to check. They had Sanskrit exam just now. And he keeps assessing. Sometimes he gives attention to someone, sometimes more. Same thing with but it's not the point. Don't become dependent on the teacher. Teacher's job is only one, not in the school. Here we are talking. Teacher's job is only one, to make you independent. And the only way to make you independent is to help you, to guide you, to inspire you, to initiate the self-inquiry. If that starts, then you say, okay, now you sit and keep doing it. He knows, he's on the path now. See, this is how it is. Where are we? The Eklavya we did.
Swamiji, you told hold on my question inside and outside.
You
told to hold on to my question.
That Guru is alone the teacher, that Guru principle alone is the students, the game going on. Play of the one, by the one, in the one, for the one. That's what I meant. The trees which are close to sandalwood trees become fragrant like them, and the ochre-colored garment of sage Vashishta, which was spread out for drying up, challenged the splendor of the sun. How beautiful. As for myself, Dnyaneshwari Maharaj is saying, I have an attentive mind. As for myself, I have an attentive mind. And my Guru is a great saint who has the power to grant his disciple his status by a favorable glance. In our culture, in Sanatana Dharma, the eternal way of righteousness, Sanatan Dharma. Initiation is not necessarily done by some action. Some people say, oh, you wear these type of clothes, now you are initiated. This is initiation. This is a very, very gross way of initiating. When a child becomes 7-8 years old, he is given the thread. That is his second birth. That is initiation into the Gayatri Mantra. When he gets married, it is an initiation into Grahastha Ashram. Then he comes to Vanaprasth. Then children are grown up. You are both the husband and wife now become independent. They dedicate their life to the higher truth. That's another initiation, which leads to sannyas. That is the final one. Okay. Sometimes, these management trainees, what do they do to them? They make them go through all the departments. Correct? And then they give them a junior position, junior manager. That's his initiation, isn't it? Before they get greater responsibilities. Okay. These are very physical ways. But in our culture, you can be initiated by a touch. You can be initiated by merely a glance of the teacher. You can be initiated by the teacher giving a food to someone, prasad. You can be initiated by a big thump on your back. You can be initiated by a kick also. Not necessarily a nice caress, a kick also. You can be initiated by a thrashing. I'm giving you a few examples. There is n number of ways of initiation, provided that initiation will work if the student is available. Akkalkot Maharaj used to take the stick and hit, and people used to come and get hit by him. Why? Because one hit from his stick will wash away all your sins. So they didn't mind. What type of Swami is he? He's hitting everyone. I think I should call the police. Modern guys will think that way, isn't it? You know Ammachi? The hugging saint who comes around. She has not come here since COVID. She was in Singapore, and one person was having leprosy. Very rare in Singapore, but he was. And he was having these spots on his skin, and he went to Ammachi. And Ammachi hugged him, and started from 2 or 3 pores. She sucked out everything. With her mouth, she sucked it out. Initiation. And then after she said, come, I'll give you my saliva. She gave her, put it everywhere. Healed. Healed. You can't understand. The Shirdi Sai Baba, when the typhoid was coming, he was grinding the flour, and then the ladies came, oh, we also want to help you. He says, okay, some of you grind, some of you help me put it all around the village. The typhoid came, in the 20s, 10s and 20s, 1910, between 1910 and 1920, I think that typhoid wave was there. Millions of people died all over the earth. So that time, he put that flour all around the village, Shirdi village. None of them was affected. Where is the scientific way? You can't prove it. See? So here, Dnyaneshwari Maharaj is saying that my Guru is a great saint. A saint is he who is established in himself, who has transcended the identification, who has transcended the world. No axe to grind in this world anymore. who has the power to grant his disciple his status. Which status? The same status where the Guru Maharaj is. See? A banyan tree seed can never become a banyan tree under the tree. Under the banyan tree. Why? Because there is such extensive roots growing everywhere that seed is never going to be able to find place to for it to germinate the roots and hold the ground. There's no space because so many other seeds are lying there. So what is its initiation? If the wind comes, blows the seeds away, will that seed come to grow into a banyan tree? Still not possible. Even if the wind comes and takes it away, and in the open fields and the seed is lying and enough water and sunshine, everything, still it cannot germinate. So what is the initiation of a banyan tree? A banyan tree seed. It has to be eaten by a bird and it has to come out as a fecal matter. Only when it has gone through that process, it can germinate. Now you understood what you have to go through. Not necessarily, each one is different. So here Dnyaneshwar Maharaj is saying that my teacher has the capacity to bestow the state in which he is abiding merely by a glance. I gave you one example, Dargah Swami, many years ago, 98, when I was sitting in front of him, he was looking at everyone. And when it came to me, he came, sat on the steps, he was looking at everyone, and I was sitting right opposite him. Few people were this side, few people were that side. No, nobody was this side, ladies were this side, guys were this side. And all brahmacharis. We were 8, 9 of us. And I was straight. And when he came to me, I kept looking. I was available. At that moment, I don't know what took over. And here we locked eyes and initiation happened. See? He was looking at everyone. Why something didn't happen to them? Why something didn't happen to them? Because of unavailability. The self is ever available. It is the constant one. Who is not available? Me. Meaning the mind is not available. Where is it busy? In the world. Withdraw. That's why the teacher is Nivrittinath. If good sight is backed by sun's light, what thing is there which cannot be seen? If good sight, meaning there is no ailment, if there is no impurity in your vision, and the sunlight is there, then you can see everything. Similarly, if your mind is pure and the Guru's grace is there, then what is not possible in this world? Everything is possible. Realization is possible. Abidance is possible. Transcendence is possible. That's what he means. What thing is there which cannot be seen? So even my respiration will produce metrical numbers. What cannot be wrought by the grace of the Guru? I have therefore explained the substance of the Gita in the local language in a lucid style and brought it within the reach of everybody. That was the Guru's Adesh, meaning that was the instruction of his Guru Maharaj, his elder brother Nivrittinath. 35. या कारणे म्या श्रीगीतार्थो मराठिया केला लोकायया दिठीचा विशो परी मराठे बोल रंगे कवळिता पय गीतांगे तय गातयाचे निपांगे ये काढता नोहे म्हणवनी गीता गावो म्हणे ते गाणिवे होती लेणे ना मोकळे तरी उणे गीता ही आणित सुंदर आंगी लेणे नसूये तय तो मोकळा शृंगारू होय ना लेईले तरी आहे तैसे के उचित का मोतियांची जैसी जाती सोनया ही मान देती ना तरी मानविती अंगेची घसडी. He says, even if the version of the Gita in the local language is not sung, it would not suffer any deficiency. If people choose to sing, good. If you don't sing, still doesn't matter because Gita is eternal. The knowledge in the Gita, which Gita? The dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna in Sanskrit, it will continue to be. And here, if he's saying what I'm thinking, that because I have spoken in Marathi, if you think, oh, Gita should only be spoken or chanted in Sanskrit, not in Marathi language, then nothing is going to matter to Gita. She doesn't care whether it is Marathi or Sanskrit or Bengali or any other language. But if you do choose to sing, what are its benefits? So he says, one who sings, it would earn great merit. But if one to recite these verses always without singing, they would not lose their charm. So either you sing them or you read it as a prose, it will benefit a person. See? Here we are not studying Gita for Gita's sake. We are studying Gita, we are chanting Gita with feeling, with surrender, with at-one-ment with the scripture. For what? For what purpose? So that our mind quietens down and the Guru's grace flows. Isn't it? Not only Guru's grace, our mind must quieten down. That is what he said before. What is that? If a good sight is backed by the sun, what is not possible to be seen? So that good sight is quiet mind with no issues, no shortcomings, no impurities, no judgments, no regrets, no expectations. That is a pure mind. They would not lose their charm. The ornaments look beautiful as they are, even if they are not worn by a beautiful damsel. Huh? So Gita is also beautiful, whether you read it or you don't read it, it doesn't matter to Gita. She knows that she is great. But it is proper to wear them on a body. So ornaments are not to be kept in the box and how beautiful ornament. No, you have to wear. What a nice sari. You have to wear it. What a nice Bhagavad Gita. Every day. Om na tatra suryo bhati na chandra dargam om swaha om prana samapana. You should show the nevedya and everything. And after that, and go away. Who's going to open it, man? Who's going to open it? Like in Fiji, they open Bhagavad Gita only when someone dies. Rest of the year they don't open it. Or life. They only pray. This was, I was told, I am not sure. Because there is a misunderstanding that Gita creates fight. Because it's this, where is the scene? Battlefield. So there is a feeling that Gita should not be kept at home. It should not be opened. The picture of Krishna and Arjuna in the middle of the battlefield should not be in the house. Superstition. This is only surface.
Sorry, Swamiji.
Ah.
They believe Mahabharata shouldn't be kept.
Oh, Mahabharata, not Bhagavad Gita. Okay, I stand corrected. Fiji person is telling. Thank you for that, Amma. Yes, Mahabharata should not be kept. But what is again in the support of Mahabharata? What is Mahabharata greatness? There is nothing in this creation, past, present, and future, which is not included in the stories of Mahabharata. Can you imagine? Nothing in past, present, and future. All the technologies. Anyway. But if it is proper to wear them on a body, whether the pearls are strung on gold or kept loose, they look equally gorgeous. The full-blown roundish jasmine flowers in the spring season are equally fragrant whether they are formed into a wreath or kept loose. A wreath, when someone dies, you offer it, the wreath to the corpse. Or in India, they make a garland and put it on their, pin it into their hair. You go to South India, you will see them every morning. Oh, the whole street is fragrant because everyone is wearing it in the morning. Continuing, 1741. नाना गुफिली का मोकळी उणी न होती परिमळी वसंतागमीची वाटोळी मोगरी जैसी तैसा गाणिवेते मैरवी गीते वीणही रंगू दावी तो लाभाचा प्रबंधू ओवी केला मिया तेणे आबाल सुबोधे ओवियेचेनी प्रबंधे ब्रह्मरस सुस्वादे अक्षरे गुंथिली आता चंदनाच्या तरुवरी परिमळा लागी फुलवरी पारुखणे जिया परी लागे नाकी तैसा प्रबंधू हा श्रवणी लागत खेवो समाधी आणि ऐकी लियाही बाखाणी काय व्यसन न लावलवी. He says, so I have composed this work in OV meter. So the meter of Bhagavad Gita in Sanskrit is called Anushtup Chanda. The Hanuman Chalisa, Shri Guru Charana Saroja, that is in a particular meter. Chandas is another meter. In Ramayana you find. Sortha is another meter. Doha is another meter. Similarly, this is the meter in which he has composed the Dnyaneshwari. It is called OV. So he says in OV meter, which if set to music will be found captivating, or if recited will hold one spellbound. Now you listen to, you will not understand it, but just to listen. Who is that? Our Marathi Sudhir Phadke. So one great musician, Sudhir Phadke, he has sung Ramayana, not Gita. Ramayana, okay. That is Ramayana. And who has sung Bhagavad Gita? There must be others. I thought it was Gita that Sudhir Phadke sang. It is Ramayana. Okay. So if it is, but there are people who are singing it with the musical instruments and all, or I don't know. I'm not a good musician, so I don't know. I'm only reading, and that also with so many flaws. Hope she excuses me. captivating, or if recited, will hold one spellbound. In these verses, I have interwoven letters and given them such flavor of Brahman, the great reality, that they will be appreciated by both the young and the old. Now, just as it is not necessary to wait for the sandalwood tree to flower in order to get its fragrance, so as soon as a person hears the recital of this metrical composition, he will get into samadhi, abstract meditation. See? And this is true not only about this Bhagavad Gita, it is true about any composition. Mano buddhyankara chitta ninaham Atma Shatkam Aigiri Nandini Medini Nanane Ganga Stotram. One thing what you chant, Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. And this goes on. There's 8-10 of them. So if you understand the meaning or you don't understand, or just repeat. Just keep listening to your own voice and keep chanting. Automatically the tune comes in. If you do that. And the mind goes into a lull. He says, into samadhi. How do you put a child to sleep? He's on your lap, and the lap is going up and down. One hand is on his back or the child's back, and you're thopi को क्या बोलते हैं मराठी में?
Just a small tap.
Just a small tap, and you create a rhythm. Krishna 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 Ram 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 Ram. In that lull, the child goes to sleep. Our job is, when we do, what do you understand by Om? You're chanting Om. What do you understand by Om? No, but you chant. You only know that it is a very powerful mantra or syllable, out of which all the vowels and consonants have come out and all the words have come out, and it is the source of all creation. And it can deliver you at the footsteps of the reality. And you chant. That's all you know. And you keep chanting. Get into a rhythm. Automatically a rhythm will come if you are doing it with genuine interest. And as you keep doing it, the mind lulls. Don't go to sleep. Here we are not to sleep. We want to wake up. So what I was saying was, not only Bhagavad Gita, but any scripture, any composition can take you. You start Bhagavad Gita in English itself, you just take Alleluia or Amen or Allahu Akbar or Om Namah Shivaya or Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, any mantra you take and you start chanting. First thing that you will come across is sleep. After 10-15, because it's become mechanical. When it becomes mechanical, we go to sleep. We have to remain awake. The technology is there. We have to practice in this lifetime. Then will he not be enthralled by the exposition of its meaning? If your mind is becoming calm and quiet as a result of chanting the mantras of the Bhagavad Gita, many people listen to Bhagavad Gita to go to sleep. Why? Listening to it puts them to sleep. If there is no Bhagavad Gita, they can't sleep. Some people, sometimes if someone says, Swamiji, I can't, okay, listen to Hanuman Chalisa. नींद आ जाती है. But Hanuman Chalisa finishes after 40 verses. Give them something long and tell them something which is going very slowly. What is that? Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara. By the time the mantra is over, this fellow is snoring. Huh? So, in that manner, then will he not be enthralled? Once your mind is quiet and you find that, man, this mantra, these mantras, just by merely chanting, my mind has become empty. It's giving me so much bliss. I can't think, I'm not, the mind is content. A thrill is passing through. What is it that I am chanting? What is it that I am chanting which is making me feel this way? Then automatically your interest will go into trying to understand the words. Now you are moving away from the thrill of the body, the horripilation on the body, to from the body you are moving into mind, because now you want to understand. Even if he recites it casually, his learning will blossom and give him such sweet pleasure that he will not even remember the sweetness of nectar. In other words, when you want to surrender to the bliss of sleep every night, you will do that after going. When you are sleeping, can you enjoy the bliss? Is there an enjoyer? That's what he means. That the sweetness of nectar, he says, that he will not even remember the sweetness of nectar. It will give him so much bliss that he will not even remember the nectar, sweetness of nectar. Because individuality is gone, the experiencer, experienced have merged into each other. There's no duality anymore. पाठकरिता व्याजे पांडित्ये येति विषजे तय अमृतांते नयनिजे फावलिया तैसेनी आईते पणे कवित्व झाले हे उपेणे मनन निदिध्यास श्रवणे जिंतिले आता हे स्वानंद भोगाची सेल भलतयसीची देईल सर्वेंद्रिया पोषवील श्रवणा करवी चंद्रांते आंगवणे भोगुनी चकोर शाहणे परिफावे जैसे चांदिणे भलतयाही तैसे अध्यात्मशास्त्रीये अंतरंगची अधिकार्ये परिलोकु वाक्चातुर्ये होईल सुखिया. He says, the poetical merit of this work will give him more benefit than meditation and deep contemplation. Its mere hearing will yield to any person divine bliss and also give satisfaction to the other senses. See, whom is he addressing now? Some places he gives you deep understanding and meaning, but there are common people also there who do not have the capacity to dive deep into analysis, who must not have fully understood the chapter 13, 14, so much explanation was there. They might not have, because their mind is not that sharp. They are still only at the level of survival. I have to do my farming, I have to do my, I have to go and cook, my children are coming back, I have to feed my children, etc., etc. Yes, from day to day they are surviving. But they have found way because Dnyaneshwari Maharaj has come and he is speaking. So they have all come. Take everyone along. So what does he say? He says, just enjoy the music of the Dnyaneshwari, and it is enough to you don't have to fall into understanding and deep contemplation. Only hearing will yield to any person divine bliss and also give satisfaction to other senses. So these common folks are involved in the world. They want to, my wife, my husband, my children, my parents, my field, my profession, I have to go and buy, I have to take the loan, I have to do this, I have to catch the seeds. Everything is at sensory level till they mature to higher. So what is going to give you, if you, put it this way, if by listening to the Dnyaneshwari, your mind is going to become quiet, that mind alone is functioning through the senses, isn't it? Your senses will not be agitated. So it has benefited the common man also. Less fights, less arguments, less judgment, less superstitions, less unwanted discussions. He is happy with where he is, how he is, accepting. Why? Now he has got a greater support. What is that support? Dnyaneshwari. Man normally thinks, how? What is his support? Money. If I don't have money, how will I survive? This only started from 16th, 17th century. Before that, it was not like that. Only money, 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 money. Money, 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 it's so funny in a rich man's world. Remember that guy? Song? Abba. You don't know? You have to move around the world. Sannyasi, be a sannyasi, then you will get exposed to everything.
You need to go in the cruise.
Huh?
You need to go in the cruise.
You have to go to a cruise. Oh, we were dancing there. You were dancing, I was not.
No, every day different.
Ah. So here in one line, Dnyaneshwar Maharaj is giving them a way out from an agitated life, a life which is full of discontentment. He's saying, merely listen to this musical rendition of this Dnyaneshwari and your mind will be content, and that contentment alone is functioning through as vision, as hearing, as smelling, etc. They will also be unagitated. It will be a blissful movement through this creation then. In this way, bliss and also gives satisfaction to the other senses. The clever chakora bird enjoys the moonbeams through its inherent power, but others can also enjoy the moonlight. Only those who understand the inner purport of this metaphysical work will become fit for its study. Common man, he is not interested in hair-splitting logic and all that. All he wants is, man, give me a support. He has a statue in front of, he's got God or a temple, and okay, if I listen to this, my mind will be calm and I'll be happy. Okay, I'll do that. But what about the Pandits? What about the educated ones? For him, he says that but others who can enjoy, but only those who understand the inner purport. Means understand the connection between the verses, connection between the chapters, the purport of the Bhagavad Gita. A common man doesn't think about self-realization. His main worry is, am I doing my duty right? That's all. I have to take care of my children. I have to be a good citizen. I have to be a good neighbor, etc., etc. But those who are seekers, from seekers' point of view, those who can dive deep into the words of the Dnyaneshwari or Bhagavad Gita, only those who understand the inner purport of this metaphysical work will become fit for its study. And while ordinary people will enjoy its literary merit, so they will enjoy. What did you enjoy more? Are you enjoying the examples that he is giving, or you are not? You are enjoying the examples, but you are not forgetting what is the purpose that the examples are given. Huh? What is the purpose? So, first it was Bhagavad Gita, then it was the dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna. Wherever Krishna and Arjuna is there the knowledge is. Then it was the greatness of sage Vedvyasa. Then it was the greatness of Vedas. Then now it's the greatness of again Bhagavad Gita. Then it was the greatness of his Guru Nivrittinath. So, are we in tune with what is unfolding? Those who are smart, or those who are interested, they will be available to it. A common man, he is just going with the words that are coming. Oh, that was so nice. Next moment, he forgets about it. For that moment, he is happy. Literary merit. I owe this all to my Guru Sri Nivrittinatha, and so it is not my composition, but is the glory of his favor. So here at least we say the commentary on Bhagavad Gita is Dnyaneshwari. Dnyaneshwar Maharaj is saying it is the glory of my Guru Nivrittinatha that I was able to speak. See? There are many compositions where the author is so shy to put his signature. What does he? So many scriptures are there. What does he write? Anonymous. Anonymous. No other. No composer. But someone must have brought it about. Then who writes here? He is writing. People have called it Dnyaneshwari. He did not say, give it his name to the composition. He is just offered. People later on, because they saw that this 12-year-old is more compassionate than a mother. He's more compassionate than our own mother. He's taking care of the grown-ups. He's taking care, he's giving such examples which are pertinent to young and old and youth and children. Everyone he's taking along. And therefore he is called Dnyaneshwar Mauli. Mauli in Marathi means mother. He is considered as mother. He is a boy, but he is considered as mother. See? ऐसे श्री निवृत्तीनाथाचे गौरव आहे जीसाचे ग्रंथु नो हे कृपेचे वैभवतीये क्षीर सिंधू परिसरी शक्तीच्या कर्ण कुहरी नेणो कै श्री त्रिपुरारी सांगितले जे ते क्षीर कल्लोळा आंतू मकरोदरी गुप्तू होता तयाचा हातू पैठे झाले तो मत्स्येंद्र सप्तशृंगी भग्नावयवा सौरंगी भेटला की तो सर्वांगी संपूर्ण झाला मग समाधी अव्युत्थया भोगावी वासनायया ते मुद्रा श्री गोरक्षराया दिधली मीनी. He says, the secret Lord Shiva uttered in the ears of Parvati somewhere in the Milky Sea, and it was heard by Matsyendranath, who was hiding in the stomach of a fish in that sea. So here he is now going back how this knowledge came to him. What is the greatness of his Guru? Because he belongs to the Natha Sampradaya. See, people call him Dnyaneshwar Mauli. As a disciple of Nivritti Natha, they are belonging to the Natha Sampradaya, Kashmiri Shaivism. So his name is Jnananatha. See? So now he's... See, the scripture is complete when they also understand the entire secret, how the whole thing has come about. So he's saying, when Lord Shiva was uttering in the ears of his wife Parvati, somewhere in the Milky Sea. Milky Ocean is this whole creation, that is space, and it was heard by Matsyendranath. Matsyendranath is Matsya means fish. Indra is effulgent. Nath is the Lord. Matsyendranath, who was hiding in the stomach of a fish in that sea. So why he got his name as Matsyendranath? Because he must have come out of the fish. Matsyendranath met crippled Chauranginatha on the Saptashringi mountain, and by his mere glance made him sound in all his limbs. Then, in order to enjoy Samadhi undisturbed, he transferred the yogic planes achieved by him to Gorakshanatha. So first, Matsyendranath, he came out of the fish. He on the Saptashringi mountain, he looked at Chauranginatha and fixed his limbs so he could do the various sadhanas and practices. He initiated him by mere glance. Shirdi Sai Baba once sent one person. He said something, I can't remember the whole story. He said, go climb a tree. He went up the tree. He didn't come down till he went into Samadhi. And there, sitting on the tree, he came to know everything. Why? How can my teacher tell anything wrong? If he has told me, go climb a tree, I climbed the tree. See, that unshakable faith has to be there. Unshakable faith. In the Lord, in the Guru, in the scripture. When that, and whichever scripture, knowledge is the same everywhere. If you are able to unfold it. So, and then that Chauranginatha made him sound in all his limbs. Then, in order to enjoy Samadhi undisturbed, he transferred the yogic planes achieved by him to Gorakshanatha. So that Chauranginath, who had perfected the Samadhi Abhyas, he transferred all that knowledge to the next disciple. What is his name? Gorakshanath. Gorakshanath. He installed in his chair Gorakshanath. Now he is telling about his lineage. Gorakshanath. He installed in his chair Gorakshanath, who was the lake containing the lotus creeper in the form of yoga and the unique hero capable of vanquishing the sense objects. Meaning, he is not merely going into Samadhi and coming again back to the world. He is been able to come to a point of disposition where the world is able to not have any impact on his mind. That's what he's saying. 1756. Tene yogabjini sarovaru Vishaya vidhvansai kaviru Tiye padika sarveshwaru Abhishekila Magatihi te shambhava Advayananda vaibhava Sampadile saprabhava Shri Gahini Natha Tene kalikalitu bhrunta bhuta आला देखो निरुता ते आज्ञा श्री निवृत्ति नाथा दिधली ऐसी ना आदि गुरु शंकरा लागो नि शिष्य परंपरा बोधाचा हा संसरा झाला जो आमुते तो हा तू घेऊनी आघवा कळी गिळितया जीवा सर्व प्रकारी धावा करी पावेगी. Then Gyaninatha received initiation from Gorakshanatha, the bliss of non-dualism. See, so from beginning it was not non-dual. The first one, Matsyendranath, he gave whatever his powers were, with that he was able to heal Chauranginath, that because his limbs were fixed, he could do some yoga, he could sit in meditation, he could go into samadhi, and then he transferred all those, that ability of his. You can only give what you have, isn't it? You can't give what you don't have. Come, I'll give you this. अरे क्या आता है? कुछ भी नहीं आता. No, only what you have you can give. So that Sauranginatha then gave to Gorakshanath the Abhyas of Samadhi, and that teacher Gorakshanath took that Samadhi and developed it further. This is our journey. This is our journey. Look at it. Matsyendranath, when you are in the fetus. Sauranginath, you are not able to walk. You learn how to walk, you learn how to run, you learn how to hold, you learn how to eat. Gorakshanath, I don't know. You are able to protect yourself. Maybe. You have to think, contemplate on it. And this Gorakshanath, then, so he has come to a point where he is Gorakshanath. He has come to a point, he has developed the practices forwarded by Matsyendranath to Chauranginath, and now it has come to Gorakshanath. He is also adding on to it. He is also. In the beginning, it was not so many languages. As the time has come by, the languages have come by. Science is also developing. So same way, the practices are also in those times, in the earlier times. So he built upon it, and he became immune. He became undisturbed by the onslaught of all the sense objects. Then the next in line was Gahaninath. इधर स्पेलिंग गलती है. Gahaninath received from Gorakshanath the bliss of non-dualism. What is that? Vedanta. But in Kashmiri Shaivism, because they are Nath Sampradaya, Kashmiri Shaivism also this non-dualism is there. And it is special non-dualism, where it takes you up to the Ishvara Tattva, where the Ishvara is fully conscious of his essential nature, the non-dual, non-specific, attributeless, formless reality, but at the same time, he is keeping his Shakti, force, Maya, Prakriti under his control. And where are we? Non-dualism, which had descended from Lord Shiva, seeing that the people of the world were afflicted by worldly existence, he gave a mandate to his disciple Sri Nivrittinatha. So the story goes, I don't know if you remember or know, that once the father, mother and the four kids, they were going to Trimbakeshwar. Trimbakeshwar is a place near Nasik, from where there is the Brahmagiri, from where the river Godavari begins. And they had gone there. There is a Jyotirlinga there. And when they were coming back in those 770 years ago, 800 years ago we are talking about. The jungle must have been there, and as they were coming, they suddenly heard a roar of a tiger or a lion, and everyone ran hither, and in that Nivrittinath was missing when they all came back together. And he was not to be found. They looked here, they looked there, and they saw that some tiger came and he is holding Nivrittinath and taking him away. Some places it comes like that, and some places it comes that Nivrittinath because now he can't find his parents, and he's searching. He finds one cave, he goes there, and there he sees the tiger there. And that tiger is none other than Gahaninath. And then he initiates him. Then after, I think 6 months or some time, he comes back. But in that period of time, he is fully reformed. He is fully established in the self by the grace of the Guru Maharaj. So Gahaninath now initiated Nivrittinath. Why did he initiate Nivrittinath? Because of the need of the times. Why did Ved Vyasa, remember Ved Vyasa, who brought all the Vedas in the present form? Ved Vyasa wrote the Mahabharata. Ved Vyasa put all the Vedas together. Ved Vyasa ji put all the Puranas together. So that Ved Vyasa, why did he do all this? Because he knew the need of these scriptures in written form in the ages that are people that were going to come in the future generation. Similarly, in India especially, again and again saints and sages are born who are seers. Seers meaning they know past, present and future. Even today they are there. And because they know what is going to happen in the future, they prepare the society to make them immune from the onslaught of the troubles that are going to come. So, just like that, Dnyaneshwari Maharaj, that Gahaninath, he knew that so much of problem is there, so much division in the society is there. I am great and you are nobody. I am educated, you are uneducated. All these things are going on. So we need to reform the society. Society gets reformed not by many people. Initially, one who is an inspired person. Then he motivates everyone. But everyone has to only motivate themselves. I cannot motivate everyone. It's impossible. But in that crowd mentality, everyone gets inspired. You watch when these demonstrations are held, half the people are not even interested. But when everyone is going up. Why are you here? I don't know. Someone gave me $1,000. So I came here. So here he says, so that Gahaninath then initiated Nivrittinath. She related that he should embrace the tradition, sampradaya, which had come down through unbroken succession of teacher-disciple relation, beginning with Lord Shiva, and protect immediately all beings stricken with Kali, the age of strife personified. So what is Kali age? Kali age is where people are not happy with each other. They want to argue, they want to fight. Look at the whole world right now. Everywhere, in every country, something is going on. Look at your mind at this moment. Not in the satsang, I hope not. But other times, look at yourself. Look at your relationships with other people. How much in judgment we stand about everything. How much untrustworthy we are about everyone who comes into our life. See? And that is not your fault. It's not your fault. It's the fault of the times that we are in. Why it is night? That is how the cycle of the rotation of the earth is bringing about. Now it is night, then it will be day. Similarly, in our Sanatana Dharma, there is Satyug, the age of purity, the Kritayug, the age of dynamism, and righteous rule. Then comes the Dwapar Yug, where the rulers are not in the Satyug, you didn't require many rulers. everyone was self-motivated. No scriptures were there also, only few. Gods were also less. Only 5 and sun and moon and that's it. Then as we are coming down from the age of truth to the age of dynamism to the age of wealth, age of produce, age of wealth, that was the past age. How many years ago? That was 5,000 years ago it concluded. And that age, now naturally, the age of truth, everyone was in tune with the divine. Now, as we are coming down, they are becoming more and more divorced with that self that they are. Now we are in Kali Yuga. We are so divorced. We are so much under the influence of the tamas and the influence of the inertia that we want only matter. Matter means what? We want gold, we want woman, we want wealth, we want houses, we want land, and we feel that is our wealth. Nobody wants the self. And for that they are fighting. They are not fighting for the self, they are fighting for all these things, what I just listed out. And thus, to soften the impact of the times, Gahani Nath initiated Nivritti Nath, and then he will tell that in the teacher-disciple relation beginning with Lord Shiva, and protect immediately all beings stricken with Kali age. And how does Nivritti Nath do it? By initiating Dnyaneshwari Maharaj, this young boy who has given the Dnyaneshwari. Nivritti Nath was naturally tender-hearted and had now received his mission from his Guru. We are all still seeking, what is my purpose in life? How do I make an impact in the world? So we keep moving from one company to another company to make an impact. Pathetic. If you look out, you will never find the purpose. You have to go in. Or you have to become zero in front of someone. Whether it is a statue, whether it is your God, whether it is your Guru, whether it is some scripture, become zero in front of it. It will reveal. In Bhagavad Gita itself, in 2nd chapter, the verse comes, Karpanya doshopahata svabhavaha prichhami tvam dharma sammudha chetah nishreyasyat nishchitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. Karpanya doshopahata svabhava. I am a kripana. I am crippled. How I am crippled? By body and mind and thinking, intellect. By nature I am a cripple because I am continuously shunting bloody sometime in body, sometimes outside, sometimes at senses, sometimes at mind level, sometimes waking, sometimes dream, sometimes sleep, sometimes judging, sometimes inspired. Never steady. And I don't know, and therefore, because I am such a crippled fellow, I do not know what is right and wrong in life anymore. You have to accept that first. If you think you know everything, then you will never come to surrender. First, you have to understand, you don't know anything. You meaning, I don't know anything. So, O teacher, O scripture, O God, whoever is your altar of reverence, come in front of it. Place it in your heart. Nishreyasyat nishchitam bruhitanme. Please tell me conclusively what is right and wrong. Or Nishreyas means tell me conclusively what is for my highest good. Not only take a chocolate and come back again afterwards. When you are crying again, I'll give you one chocolate. No, no, no. Finally, conclusively tell me what is for my highest good. And why you should tell me, oh, my reverend God or teacher or scripture? Because I am your disciple and I am your devotee. Yeah, this type of bhav, this type of feeling, if it is there in your heart, one lecture is enough. One word of Bhagavad Gita is enough to transform. Dnyaneshwar Maharaj was completely surrendered to his teacher, his elder brother. No sibling rivalry. No sibling rivalry. Merely, now let's see how he passed. If he doesn't tell you, then I'll tell you. Nivritti Nath was naturally, time ho gaya? Arre, conclude quickly. Nivritti Nath was naturally tender-hearted and had now received his mission from his guru. He came forward like a cloud in the rainy season to cool the world, and how he cooled the world through Dnyaneshwar Maharaj will be the next episode. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Sit quietly for a moment. Hari Om, everyone.